Hi everybody and welcome to Fish and Chicks. This is episode number 13 and this one will actually be the last one of the season. So for a while we'll have to prioritize some other stuff. But yeah, anyways, for today, two main things. First one is I want to talk a little bit about tilapia history because it's quite interesting and a lot of things are happening still. Then we'll also run through the farm and have a look at the chickens, the fish, plants, and see the progress from other projects that we've filmed during the first 13 episodes of Fish and Chicks. The first fish appeared roughly 530 million years ago, and since then we have had tons of evolution naturally to produce the kind of diversity we see in today's fish. And yeah, tilapia are native to this sort of region here, like Chad, Nile Valley, East African Rift Lakes. From historical records, tombs and stuff in Egypt, we know that tilapia has been farmed for over or roughly 3,000 years. This is supported by hieroglyphs and illustrations in the tombs. So this was sort of probably the starting ground for fish farming using Nile tilapia. But then also in the Bible, in the Gospel of Matthew, it's written that Israel, or more specifically the Lake of Galilee, was also a spot where tilapia was caught. According to legend, the fish Peter caught was a tilapia species. And we'll get back to Israel in a minute, but yeah, tilapia are nowadays happily served surrounding the lake to tourists and also Christian pilgrims. Have not been able to cross-check this biblical information. I don't think I even own a Bible, but yeah. Then after overfishing in the 2000s, fishing was banned for a while in the Galilee before introducing another 13,000 farmed tilapia. Then if we fast forward a bit, in 1758, Carl von Linné first scientifically described the species. So it was quite early, and it probably is more known with his sort of Latin name Linnaeus in the rest of the world. So here is Fiji, and Fiji were quite early at adopting tilapia and fish farming. So in 1949 we have some records of the fish being utilized here. Also Israel is quite early with the fish being kept sort of in the 50s, and commercial scale farming being developed in the 50s to 70s. And then in Israel during the 50s to 70s it was observed that tilapia hybridization occurred between different species, which gave rise to a high rate of males. And a high rate of males is it's good in commercial farming because the males grow much faster, and they also get to be quite a bit larger when sort of grown up. Also here is another country that utilized tilapia now. In 99, Iran imported some stock. China is now the world leading country in tilapia production, and it started in the early 60s. So tilapia has been farmed for several thousand years, but it's only in the recent like 50 to 70 years that it's spread over the world with yeah. And let's see where that ends up. Tilapia is farmed in roughly 150 countries nowadays, and one of the trends we see now is that also the temperate regions, Canada, Sweden, Scandinavia, projects are starting to pop up. In Canada, I've seen examples of like community gardening, also utilizing tilapia. And then in northern Sweden, at the lead smelter facility, they have excess heat that is used to heat water. I'm not sure if that project is up and running still, but yeah, initiatives like that is starting to occur. So let's have a look at some numbers. So in 1990, the world produced roughly 1 million tons of tilapia, and half of that was farmed, the other half was captured. So as time progresses, you see that wild-caught tilapia is still on the same level, roughly 500,000 tons a year, and the farmed, that sort of shoots through the roof here in 2015 with 6.5 million tons a year. So it's a big industry worth several $billion US. Here's some other high producers: Indonesia, Egypt, Philippines, Bangladesh, Brazil, Vietnam, Myanmar, Mexico, Ecuador, Costa Rica. Yeah, so basically all the fairly warm areas of the world farm tilapia now. Another very interesting fact is that supposedly tilapia was used as actors in the piranha horror movie, the good one from the 70s. I have not been able to confirm that, but yeah, if any of you guys know, please put some references down in the comment section. Sort of like this. So let's have a look in the garage to see what's up here and do a quick update. So as you might recall from another episode, we're gonna make some snus this year. So here's snus. It's a Swedish kind of tobacco. Let's have a look. Like that. And as you can perhaps see here, the tobacco plants are coming along just fine. Here's some more. So yeah, this will be a couple of 100 plants perhaps. Here are some sad looking tobacco plants, but on the other hand these look great, so that's gonna be perfect. And the lime tree that we cut down just a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks, it's reaching the light again, so it will be cut additionally. The Dracena plants are also thriving in here. Tomato wise, they look a bit weak, so there's probably not enough light in here, but some are gonna be useful, and yeah, we'll move them or put more lights on. Chili plants are looking nice, perhaps we'll do some more. And pepper plants here are yeah, producing peppers, as you can perhaps see. Let's see if we can find any bugs here, because last year this time of year we had to remove all the plants to kill off pests. And let's just pollinate these pepper plants and we'll get some more peppers another day. Here's a pepper we forgot to pick, so let's throw that one. So here's some of the first oysters. So the mushrooms are coming along just fine. So let's just water them a bit. It looks a bit dry. Let's put that one aside for now. So here's the mycelium and here's the fruit. So this one grows in cardboard and coffee residue and stuff. The other one is mainly straw and some coffee residue. And also some of the logs that we infested with the mycelium is starting to come along. But yeah, all logs are not ready yet, so let's wait for those. It's a bit hard to see, but here's some tilapia fingerlings. They are now roughly like 4 or 5 centimeters in size, and it starts to get crowded in here. So yeah, so I've shut down the pump now just for the filming to see the fish a little bit better. This place is also a bit crowded now. That will mean that perhaps next week we have to yeah, get rid of some of the bigger guys in here, and that means that these bigger ones have to go. So it's approaching fish and chips night, I think. And then what we'll do, these tiny ones could still be in here for a while. Half of these intermediate ones will be picked up, and after harvesting this bigger in the bigger fish department, there will be room. So everything is going according to plan. So let's have a look in the tiny aquaponics system. It's not as rapid as I would have wished, perhaps. So it's like 2 weeks after we put some seeds down, and most of the stuff is still in dirt. So maybe in 1 or 2 weeks we'll transplant the plants into the water, get rid of the dirt. So here's some pak choi and tat soy that will be put in the water sooner or later. It looks kind of good. Lighting is, we put more lights in, but yeah, still it's a bit too dark maybe. You also see the fig trees here, so we can compare those. These are growing in water now and starting to develop new leaves and buds. We can compare them to the plants that are left in soil. But yeah, Russian estragon. This is the second attempt, and yeah, I'm giving up that one for now. I don't think it will work, and times are still alive, but it grows yeah, kind of slowly. Here's some pepino and tomatillo plants, also some basil here. So yeah, this is the lime tree growing directly in the guppy tank, so that one is just fine. Here's lemon trees, tiny ones, and an avocado plant. Cool. So yeah, we also did some new apple trees, so let me just show the process. First, some of these rubbery tape, it's volks to itself, then peel off the paper, so, and then yeah, I'm just showing the process, and we can have a look outside also. But yeah, freshly cut ends here, then a knife, and yeah, sort of like that, and then try and shape it to a nice wedge here, then go back a bit, and on the other one clean it off a bit, make a groove in it, attach its body here. So preferably these are the same size then. This is just to show the process like that, and it fits quite well. And then it needs some tape for support. So this is the walking tape again. So here's the worst lunch we have had in a fair bit of time. So it's plant-based sausage. It's from Hälsans kök. And let's see if we can find a reason for it being so so here's the sausage. We didn't finish because yeah, it's almost impossible to eat the stuff. So let's see if we can find a reason for that. So main ingredient is water actually. That's kind of strange. And then wheat protein 10%, soy 5%, and then it's just filler or stabilizer probably to sort of make the water sausage. Yeah, and so the new recipe, it's vegan. Before it was just vegetarian, but I'm sure another reason might be that water is cheap. So Nestle, if you hear me, yeah. We also tried this one, sensational sausage. So let's have a look. It's the same company. Let's have a look what we have here. Yeah, again, water is the main ingredient. Also strange. This one is a little bit better, but water than 15% soy instead of only 5, and then the wheat seemed to be absent. And then there's a strange soy product, soy protein select. Oh, so who knows what that is, but anyway, stabilizer, water, and then a little bit more soy makes it eatable. At least it's kind of good, but yeah. So let's see if the chicken wanna have the uneatable sausage. Wanna try it at least? So me and the chicken seem to agree anyway. So let's have a look at the peach. Yeah, that was all for this season of Fish and Chicks. So 13 exciting episodes. So be sure to check out the older ones if you haven't seen them, and also like, share, and subscribe as usual. So for now, bye.